we can jump into the running backs list now.
Okay.
Um, and I guess at 10, I had Austin Eckler.
All right.
Um, I had him in fantasy. Never again will I pick up Austin Eckler. Was a down year to his standards. Um, I mean, yeah, before last season, I would have put him probably in that top six slot, but he had a really bad year and underperformed as a Chargers team once again. So yeah, hopefully he can maybe take a step. You don't really, you know, yeah, I don't really know what to say about Austin Eckler. Hopefully he can make that step in. I seen that he was looking for like a bigger contract. You do have to play well to get that big contract. So
Yeah.
hopefully he can bounce back this year.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think that's a good spot for Austin, to be honest. But
Yeah.
for for my 10th place running back, I had Joe Mixon.
Makes sense.
Yeah. Um, you know, I'm not sure he didn't. Joe Mixon's that guy. I like how he plays, but he didn't really play to my expectation
Yeah,
last year.
another guy with a down year.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. But
Yeah.
he's still a good overall running back.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Um, he's just I like the play style of his. Um, no, I don't really have another reason why I put him on there, but yeah, he sure is number one on my list. I mean,
Yeah.
I said number one, number 10, number 10 on my list.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Another guy who hopefully has a bounce back year, because running game is very important, and that would just only make Cincinnati even more unbeatable. Number 9 here, we do have Jonathan Taylor,
okay.
another
Okay,
guy
that was
that
same for me.
yeah, I had him in one of my other fantasy leagues.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean he had a bit of a down year, I guess you could say. He played only 11 games, um, but I just feel like he didn't really do too much last year on a sorry Colts team. Only ran for like 800 yards, I believe 4 rushing touchdowns, which you really don't want to see from him because he's one of your more important guys.
Oh,
And yeah, he didn't really wow me last year, but considering that he put up counting stats close to Austin Eckler's in 6 less games, that has to account for something in past history. So this is why I have JT at my ninth slot.
okay. I had him, at my ninth
Oh
spot
yeah,
as
yeah,
well.
you as
So
well. Yeah,
I'll just go straight to my number 8.
yeah.
So I had Aaron Jones.
Also had him. Yep.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Okay, we locked in now.
Yeah. I
Quarterback
feel
was
like
a little scary, but we got locked in. We got locked in.
yeah, I don't know what's going on with my quarterback list, but we locked in for sure.
Yeah.
But Aaron Jones, he's a good overall player as well. Um, he ended the season with 1,100 yards, just not bad at all. Let me see his. I mean,
He had about
oh, he
two
only had two
touchdowns
touchdowns.
rushing
Wow. Okay.
wise, but he also brings in the element of a receiving
Receiver.
back.
Yeah.
So he made up for a lot of that in the receiving game.
I believe he
Um,
also, yeah, it says he had 5 receiving touchdowns. Okay.
yeah,
Not
yeah,
bad. Yeah, he's a really good receiving core and a, sort of, running back position as well. Um,
yeah,
I feel like he kind of has the same like play style, like a little mini Alvin Kamara, low key. That's how I see it. I mean,
I would say
they
so.
kind of
Yeah.
they kind of play the same, but yeah. So yeah, that was my
Okay.
eighth.
Also, that should be mentioned for Aaron Jones. He had about 5.3 per carry, which is like really good. That shouldn't be overshadowed at all because I mean I remember watching that he was carrying the Packers through games because their receiving core was really lacking
Hmm.
for like most of the year. So yeah, it's just a unfortunate situation where the guys above him are just better. They had better seasons, but he should be a little higher. I think so. But number 7, I had Travis Etienne
Okay.
in his I guess rookie year since he didn't play last year. But yeah, he was electric this year.
Yeah.
He had about 1,100 rushing yards, and he only played 12 games. And he didn't even oh sorry, he didn't play 12 games. He started 12 games.
Yeah.
Because they were playing James Robinson, that whole situation. But yeah, I mean, the counting stats in
Mm-hmm.
only 12 started games, it's just undeniable that he would have, been above some of the other guys that are ahead of him. But I mean, yeah, he did amazing this year, and we're gonna be real interested in his year two production and what that looks like as a solo bat.
Yeah, same. I'm really interested in what his future in the NFL is going to look like because in college he was that
Yeah,
guy.
right with his teammate
Yeah, yeah,
Trevor Lawrence. Yeah,
yeah. But for my seventh, I mean, I was being a little biased, even though he didn't really play that many games this year. But I got Javante Williams. Like I know that's out for debate, but that's my guy, man. That's my guy. I like the way he plays a lot. And I know I say that about a lot of these running backs, but for him, for sure, I definitely like how he plays because he just runs like an angry bull. Like he runs with a purpose. You know what I'm saying? He's trying to see the end zone.
yeah.
So
One of the
yeah,
best, or not. I'm not gonna say best, but one of the top power backs in the league,
yep, for
definitely.
sure, for sure,
Yeah,
for sure. But yeah, man, Javante, I feel like his future in the NFL is gonna be real bright. Um,
should have had your quarterback there too.
nah, the Seahawks could take that man back, man. The Seahawks could have him, bro. I don't even want him on my team. But all right, take back. What was that guy that went to? We sent him to the Seahawks. Yeah, Brock Osweiler. So,
So Brock
but nah,
Osweiler.
but nah. So yeah, Javante Williams. Yeah, I feel like he's really gonna do big things in the NFL. Maybe not on our team, but I still like the way he played. So,
Number six, who you got?
number six. Um, I got Nick Chubb.
Chubb at six.
Yeah,
Oof.
yeah,
Gotta talk about it. You gotta talk
yeah,
about it.
yeah.
At six.
Um, honestly, it was a little hard, placing Nick Chubb, but you see when the
I'm gonna
list
see.
goes on.
All
But
right, all right.
yeah, Nick Chubb, I feel like he should have been higher on my list for sure. He's a good power back. Um, I'm not sure.
Sure.
Honestly, I didn't really watch him that much this season. I'm not
Okay.
sure if he really, made any noise. Probably did, but
I'll tell you, he had 1,500 rushing yards.
oh, yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
he
That's
was.
that's that's Nick Chubb numbers.
Yeah, yeah, he was going crazy.
Okay.
Um, yeah, at my six though, I had Dalvin Cook.
All right.
This is his first year. He was actually fully healthy. Played all the games of the season, so that's a plus. On a negative note though, the Vikings are looking to release him. He might go to the Dolphins, which makes a even crazier offense
Yeah.
because they gonna be a cheat code in Madden, and you might have to use them, but you still might not win.
Okay.
But
All right. See, we're not gonna get into that,
I
but
don't even.
but
Yeah, I mean,
who?
yeah, Dalvin, 1,200 rushing yards, eight tutties.
Okay.
Another guy who's also a receiving option as well. It's gonna be interesting to see where he goes. Also saw reports that he might be looking to go to Buffalo with his brother. I wouldn't really like that because it takes the shine away from his brother James.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, I had Dalvin at my sixth spot. Uh, for number five though, I had Saquon Barkley.
Okay.
Bounce back year that we were all looking for because the first year off of the ACL tear looked a little shaky, but that's how it is for everybody. Yeah, Saquon had a pretty impressive year, 1,300 rushing yards, 10 touchdowns. Carried the load of the Giants' offense that had no receivers. They got a little bit, or they added a little bit more this offseason. But yeah, he wants to get paid,
Yeah, for sure. I'm
and
surprised. I mean, to be honest, they gotta pay him already, bro.
they got
They
paid.
gotta pay him, bro. Pay
It's
my boy
tough.
Saquon.
It's tough though because he's a running back, but like he's so crucial to your team
Yeah,
that you
yeah,
gotta give him his money.
yeah,
And I know that Daniel Jones getting that money before him,
for sure.
he might not say it, but he probably feels a way about it. Shit,
Yeah,
I would feel a way about
probably
it.
gonna request a trade or something. Like honestly, I don't know. I feel like at the same time, I feel like he's also loyal to the Giants, even though they don't, if like the,
Yeah,
the whole payment thing don't work out.
yeah, he just come back because yeah, that's been his home. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. Um, but yeah, I had him at my five slot.
the five slot. Okay.
Yeah,
All right. All right. I had okay. This was a little hard. I had I switched them to okay. So I got on my fifth spot. I
Mhm.
got Alvin Kamara. Even though I'm pretty sure he didn't play like majority of the season, right? But
I mean, he played a decent amount, I guess. Uh, yeah, he played about 15 games. Yeah, he played
okay,
most of the games. Um, we going on pedigree. He's just always been one of the top backs.
yeah. To be honest, yeah.
That's respectable.
And he's a
Respectable.
versatile. He's a versatile player.
Yeah.
It's kind of you don't really see that a lot. I mean, you're starting to see that more in the NFL, but I feel like he really does it the best.
Yeah.
With like running, receiving, everything.
I still like that one clip when I think it was against the Packers. He caught it and he like slowed down, ran in
Oh,
slow motion on some real
yeah. It
Madden
be
type.
looking so fake when he be
Yeah.
like, you know what I'm saying, like just
It's such a great
moving.
runner. Yeah,
Yeah, to
yeah,
be
yeah.
honest, yeah.
So I'm not even mad at you for having him up there.
Okay.
I'm not. He's bound to have a bounce back year
Yeah,
if he
yeah.
plays a full year with this situation, but he's bound to have a good year.
I think so too.
Yeah,
Once he gets right with the whole allegations and all that.
yeah.
But yeah, he's still a good player.
Number 4, I had Josh Jacobs, who I believe was the rushing leader this year with 1,600 rushing yards.
Okay.
Um,
Damn.
man,
He didn't even make it on my list. I didn't even. He should have. That's crazy. It's so crazy how you say that because I was gonna add him on my list, but uh but yeah,
man.
I agree with that spot.
I mean, I might have him a little too high because he, hasn't done it for as long as some of these other backs,
Hmm.
but to some extent, you have to really say like, damn, this was a crazy year.
Yeah.
And this is the situation. He carried a bad Raiders team.
Yeah.
They were very dysfunctional this year.
Hmm.
Losing Derek Carr in the offseason, firing coaches. It's just a lot going on. Tom Brady is like part of the ownership now.
Wow.
It's just a whole bunch of nonsense going on over there in Las Vegas. But he was one of the bright spots. Him and Devontae, who we gonna get to a little later on.
Okay.
Yeah,
Mhm. That's your fourth, right?
yeah.
Okay. So I had Saquon
Okay.
on my fourth. Um, you know, just piggybacking off of what you said.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, man, I feel like he should be the most, paid. Probably, yeah, one of the most paid running backs in the league. Um,
Over Derrick Henry. Well, he a little older,
ooh,
but let me say like a Josh Jacobs or a Nick
yeah,
Chubb
definitely. Actually, it's
or
debatable.
CMC.
It's definitely debatable with Chubb and I feel like Chubb should have it, but it's like I don't know. It's debatable for me.
Okay.
So,
Yeah.
but yeah, I feel like he should be one of the most paid backs in the league, even though he is kind of injury prone, but he's also a good overall back as well. So yeah, I had him on. I had Saquon on my fourth.
Got you.
Damn, bro, my voice.
At number 3, I had Nick Chubb. Uh, Great year, 5 yards per carry, monster this year. Uh, Kind of want them, the Browns to do better, but you see who they got at quarterback, and you just throw it out the window. Uh, it won't rock with that dude, Deshaun Watson. Um, but yeah, Nick Chubb had a great year. Just gonna get straight to the point. I mean, he's a top 3 back,
Yeah, for
no
sure,
doubt.
definitely.
Yeah,
Even though I had him placed differently on my list, but I definitely agree.
yeah, yeah,
That was your third.
yeah.
Okay, so on my third, I had Dalvin Cook.
Okay.
Um, yeah, man, I feel like he's still honestly just piggybacking off of what Tev said again. Like, um, gotta see his
Got you right here. He had about 1,200 rushing yards,
stats.
8 touchdowns, and about I guess like 4.5 per carry.
Okay,
Yeah. I mean, it's a solid year.
okay, yeah.
It's a solid year. Um, Top 3 questionable, but I mean it is a solid year. So
Hmm.
I definitely give you
Would
that.
you? Okay, so I will just get straight to the point. So with my second one, so I had him over. I had Christian McCaffrey over Dalvin Cook. What do you think about that? You think that's
Hell yeah.
okay?
McCaffrey is
Yeah.
this is his first healthy well, this was his first healthy season since like 2019,
Hmm.
which that's always been a big concern with him cuz he's just never healthy.
Yeah, yeah.
He came to San
Most of these
Francisco.
backs are really they. It's hard for them to stay healthy,
Yeah, it
man.
is with such
So it's
high
like I feel like
usage.
that's why like their stats. I mean, most of their stats be all altered because of injury prone and stuff. But
Yeah.
it was kind of hard for me to arrange them in the right order because most of them were injury prone. But Christian McCaffrey for sure.
Yeah.
Um,
Just
yeah,
such a
didn't
such
mean
a
to cut
dual
you off
threat.
there.
No, no,
But
you good, you good. He's just such a dual threat. That you gotta have him on this list.
hmm,
He went to San Francisco and really raised their ceiling.
yeah,
Maybe they can
definitely.
build on a good year. I saw that Trey Lance was getting first team reps.
Hmm.
So earlier when I seen reports that he might get traded, they just threw that out the window. He might be their starter. Brock Purdy might be.
Yeah,
Sam
I mean
Darnold.
Brock doing his thing. I'm not
Yeah,
gonna lie.
yeah. Um. So yeah, yeah. That's why we have CMC at 2. And as for my number one, might be yours as well, but I had Derrick Henry,
Yep, yep,
King Henry.
sir.
Already made a little rant about what Tennessee should probably do, and I think they should trade him.
Yeah, definitely.
Just wasting so many good years of being a top back
Yeah.
in a place that isn't really that serious about winning.
Hmm.
So yeah, I mean, he's always gonna be number one for at least another few years, as
Yeah,
long as he stays healthy.
I definitely agree with that.
Yeah,
No one. It's like Derrick Henry. He's really one of those backs that it's hard to really, you know, like compete against.
yeah.
And it's always been like that since he's been in college. So hopefully, I feel like him being stuck at Tennessee is just kind of wasting his whole potential. It's like they're wasting his talent pretty
He got
much.
his money though,
Yeah,
so that's a
definitely.
good thing. You
Yep.
got the money. You want to win, but you got your money, so you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Some guys that didn't really make the list uh, that I want to mention. Alvin Kamara personally didn't make my
Okay.
list, but made his list. I just thought some just the guys on the list had a better season,
Yeah. Yeah.
but that's no knock towards them, of course. And we also had Najee Harris.
Yeah. I was gonna add him on there too.
Yeah, another 1,000 yard back.
Mm.
I just believe his yards per carry really didn't wow me, which is why he was left off the list. So shit, maybe next year.
Yeah.
Maybe next year. Do something. Do something.